Hello YouTube, this is Bussain here, coming at you with another deck profile. This time we're talking about Marvel versus systems, and I'm going to show you my Deadpool build. Partly because I've promised it to Dark Magician 25, and partly because of the release of the new Deadpool movie, which you haven't watched. You should probably watch it because it's really good, um, really well made. Even though there was like a 7 million budget cut done by Fox. Um, they still managed to pull off a really good movie. I watched it twice, probably gonna watch it another time. But anyway, this video is about my deck profile on the Marvel versus Deadpool deck of mine. I am using cards here, quite a lot of cards from Marvel Evolution, which I know that a lot of the old players didn't like, and the last few tournaments didn't. You couldn't even run it. But there's not many people playing this format anymore. So because I like Deadpool so much, I didn't really care about any forbidden cards or the set. I'm not really abusing the shift keyword, and it's not a broken deck. It's just a fun deck to play with. So without any further ado, this is my Weapon X Deadpool deck, which of course includes Wolverine as well, because why not? To start with, I got 4 1-drop Malcolm Call card. It's really good to just ready for a Weapon X character basically every turn. And I got 2 Brent Jacksons. Brent Jackson can be really useful just by returning to the hand and basically giving a -3 attack to target attacker or defender. Find it really useful. Running 4 of the Marvel Universe, a 2-drop Deadpool. I would consider using the Marvel Team of Deadpool as well, but I haven't got any copies of that 2-drop Deadpool, and this is really good. It's a 4/2 with range, which on its own is really good, and you gotta return him to your hand in the recovery phase if he didn't attack. But his main purpose is to attack. You just bring him down, hidden or visible. It's up to you. Just keep attacking. And I got 2-drop Captain Americas, which I would love to run 3 of, but then I would have to take out a Deadpool, and I don't want to do that. But Captain America is definitely a really good card because you make sure you attack in with him first, and it will give a +2 attack to all your characters you control. If he stuns a hunted character, which is very important because he's the first character who's got the hunter ability, which is basically what I'm using in this deck. I got 3 Skrull Wolverines here. Obviously, he's got the team affiliation of each character in play, so he will be Weapon X as well. And he's got Cosmic Surge, which means that he gets +5 attack on turn 4, and he keeps that +5 attack. Really strong card. Obviously, I'm going to run him. And basically for card drawing, I got 3 visions. Like I said, I'm not really abusing the shift ability except vision, and of course later you will see that I'm running 3. We can rebuild him as well, which you would, just to make sure that you get that that card draw every time you need it. Running 1 turn 4 Wolverine. The Weapon 10. It's a really good card. I would run 3, but I only have this 1 copy, so instead I'm running 2 Chambers, and who is really strong as well. Basically, whenever he enters combat, each opponent loses endurance equal to the cost of a character hunted by you. So yeah, it's just basically damage straight into the face. There's not much the opponent can do about it. And running 3 turn 4 Saurons. This is foil. And one of the Chambers were foil as well. Sauron is just really good again. Weapon X Hunter, and he's got basically lifelink if you play Magic the Gathering, so you know exactly what it does. And not many cards do this in Marvel Universe, so I think Sauron is a really good addition to this deck, and one of the good characters that make this deck even more versatile than what it is. Then running 3 of the 5-drop Deadpool Chatty Cathy versions. Just basically, he's got invulnerability while in combat with a hunted character, so you know it does what it does. A 10-8 with range, really good. And I'm running 3 of the Stepford Cuckoos, just to basically some defense minusing. It basically gives out -9 defense if you play your cards right, but -3, -6, easily done by them. Like 2 different characters, I mean. So -3. Alright, so what it does is characters hunted by you and characters adjacent to them get -3 defense. So if the hunted character is in the middle and it's got 2 adjacent characters, then total there will be a -9 defense given out by the Stepford Cuckoos. Just to explain what I'm saying. On to turn 6s, I'm running 2 of the Wolverine Unleashed cards, just basically making sure that the hunted character cannot have reinforcement, and Wolverine can hit through to hidden haunted characters as well. So again, this gives you a really good bonus on reaching those hidden characters that you wouldn't normally be able to. Running to Sabretooth, Earth to 95 Wars. I'm not really using that shift ability. You can use it, but like I said, the build is not really around shift. It's more about hunting. But it's a really solid card, and it basically just makes the hunted characters attack Sabretooth, and obviously that's a good way of forcing your opponent to basically kill their own characters. And the Cream de la Cream, 2 7-drop Deadpools. Whenever Deadpool stuns a hunted character, ready Deadpool. Yeah, a 17-14, it's absolutely awesome. Especially if you have a couple of weapon plus satellites in game, you can just keep readying Deadpool, and basically it's game. If you have Deadpool in play with a couple of satellites, then that's a game over. 2 equipment cards, 2 time gems, just to basically have counter. That's all it does. Really good card. I really like this card. If you don't know what it does, whenever equipped character becomes stunned, you may return time gem to its owner's hand. Whenever a player plays an ongoing plot twist, return time gem to its owner's hand and then discard a card. If you do, negate that plot twist's effect. Onto locations, I'm obviously running 4 weapon plus satellites. These are really useful. You obviously can have only 1 satellite in the game, but if you want to be able to attack multiple hunted characters in a turn, then you can just flip another weapon plus satellite. Make sure that that it will obviously be active. You will KO your already used up satellite, and you can make another character hunted. It's just really useful in this deck because you can take out multiple opponents in one go, just making them hunted. Running 1 Department K just for that +2 attack, I think it's pretty good. Didn't use it much during testing, but it can be a really good addition to the deck. I will keep it in there for now. Now on to pumps. I'm running 4 Mega Blasts because, in my opinion, this is one of the best pumps in the game. Obviously, Savage Beatdown is really good as well, but you can't play it until turn 4, and it only gives you an extra 1 attack on top of the Mega Blast, which you can use already from your first turn. Plus, it can be quite nice and useful to make your opponent think. Like if you bring your characters without range to your support row and then suddenly flip a Mega Blast, give them range and +4 attack, it can be quite quite a surprise to the opponent. Running to War the programs just to have some more pumps really. Well, this isn't a straight up pump, it's -4 to Hunted Defender's defense, but it does almost the same as Mega Blast do. Or not almost the same, but very similar to it. It just minuses the opponent and not give attack to my character. Running 3, we can rebuild him. Basically, you would just combo this with vision. Make sure you bring back vision a couple of times to get that extra 2 draws of him. Running 2 blindsided. This one's a foil. I know what blindsided does. Takes reinforcement away for the turn. It's just, the card to have. I think every deck should pretty much run it unless you have another way of getting rid of reinforcement, which Wolverine does. But I still like the card. Got 2 Merc With A Mouth. I would play 3 if I would have a third copy. I wouldn't play 4. Because if you really want to be able to utilize it properly, you have to make sure that your Deadpool is KO'd. And I think most of the time your opponent will still choose you to draw cards. But if you haven't got a Deadpool in play that's KO'd, then clearly they're going to use the recover method, so then it's just a wasted card. But it can be quite versatile in certain cases, and especially that I run 9 Deadpools in the deck. This can come out and just give me that card advantage or that recovery that I need. I'm running 1 extended monologue. I'd love to run another 2, but at the moment I'm substituting with 2 omnipotence, whatever. It's also really good, but obviously you can't bring it's got a turn 5 cost, so it's a bit more difficult to bring it down, whereas extended monologue can just shut down your opponent's deck in many ways. But omnipotence does pretty much the same. It would be still nice to have another 2 copies of extended monologue. So if you do have a copy, then PM me. I would be very much interested of trading for it or buying it. And last but not least, I run 2 uncertain legacies. Just a really, really good search engine. You obviously got that if you have your turn 2 Deadpool in play, or you got your turn 3 Wolverine in play, you can go down either ways. You can either search up for another Deadpool or search up for another Wolverine and put it into your hand with no penalty. So these are staples in the deck, in my opinion. And this basically brings us to the conclusion of the deck. It's a really fun deck to play. It is fast, in my opinion, because if you haven't got a Malcolm call card in your hand, you will probably mulligan for it to make sure you can ready for your Weapon X characters, and every single character is Weapon X in the deck. Just make sure that you have something to play on turn 1, a character. It can be either Brent Jackson as well. Another thing, if you guys have the alternate R Deadpool, definitely give me a PM. I'm willing to pay good money for that card. And also, if you have the Shift Deadpool, the one where he parachutes into the scene, I'm looking to get that one as well. So again, if anybody's got that card, then please PM me. Again, I'm up for trades or paying for it. I hope you liked the deck review. I'm not really gonna draw this out. So peace out, YouTube. Thanks for watching.